Hi YouTube, this is my first video, so I'm not really used to this. Hopefully they get better over time. But today I'm just coming to you guys to basically show you the process on attaching dreadlocks. Now, this is my sister, so I felt really comfortable trying this on her hair. And what I did was, she had dreadlocks and she had them a couple of years ago. Give me just a second, I'll show you. So she had dreads, she cut her dreads off, and today she decided she wanted to reattach them. So what we did was looked up a couple videos on YouTube. Nobody really showed us a good way to do them, but we just took tips from all the different videos. So hopefully today I can give you some kind of insight on how you take it from just having your own hair and connect your dreads, or even like locks that are created, anything, and to connect them to your own hair without your hair falling out and without the dreadlock extension coming out. So I'll just go ahead and get started. So the first thing is this, the dreadlock. So at the beginning, you're gonna want to have a little open end. This is the end of her dread. This is the piece that I'll connect with her hair. So what I'm gonna do is, normally I just go ahead and comb that out. I moved away from my station, so I don't really have everything. Hold on. So what you want to do is, you want to have that end open right there. I didn't do anything, mention the things that I use, but I'll just leave it all in the description box. When I come across it, I'll tell you what it is, but I have a description under this video. So what I did was, with her hair, I should have showed this. I started it off with interlocking it. And what I did with that was, I basically like twisted it on the end like this, took it under 12 o'clock, took it over to 9 o'clock, and there's a video that kind of explained that situation where you are interlocking. So I'm going under and over just to kind of get some kind of tangle right here in her hair, so that it'll be easier for me to connect her extension. So what I did next was, I separated the end. I left it long enough. I didn't want to connect it right here at the root, just in case she doesn't want to keep them. And besides, like, it was something, easier about connecting them on the end. So what I do with that is, I split the end of it into two. So on her extension, I also combed that end out, make sure that it was nice and, fluffy. So the two, I combined them. You see, I put them together. Now the reason I'm doing this method, I'm gonna connect them like this, both sides. I'm gonna roll them together. I tied it in a knot. And then I bring both ends up to the top. So with that being said, what I'll do next is this. I decided to use this crochet pen. If you can see it, it has a very small hook on the end of it. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, but anyway, this is a 1 millimeter, the 1 millimeter size. They come in all different sizes. I got 1 millimeter and I got a 2.75 millimeter. The 1mm work way better. It's small enough to get in, do what it needs to do, and get out. The 2.75, it was way too big and it didn't work for this process that I'm using. So, like I said, I tied it in a knot. I brought both the ends up to where her hair is. So I fold that under like that. And then I just take this pin, the hook on the end of there. I go in and I pull the hair from the outside. So I'm going to go in through her little lock right here, the part that I tangled to create the lock, to create the base for the lock. I'm going to go in through there. I'm going to keep this in between my fingers, and I'm going to go in there. What you're trying to do is pull the lock, the hair from the outside to the inside. You're trying to get a good tangle going on. If you get a good tangle, you'll have a good dread. And it'll secure it and it won't come out. So I am just going to take that between my fingers. Now this is a process. It's not going to happen as soon as you put the needle in and then, you're in and out, in and out, in and out. This is a process. So at the same time that you're going in with the needle, you may hear some like hair breaking, but that's what you're supposed to hear because you're pulling the hair from one side to the other, and we're hoping to get it really tight, get a knot, get it kinky, like knot it up. That's the best way I can say it because I don't really know how to say it. Go ahead and pull it through, like pull it through. So with one video, what he said you were doing was pulling it through a loop like that, and then you're going to want to go back in, pull another piece, and you're just kind of making these loops. But I found it easier for me is when I'm going through the actual dread, just to pull, 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 twist, pull, twist, pull. Because when I get done, I'm going to show you guys, and you can see like it just dreads up faster, like it tangles faster, and it actually makes it look more like a dreadlock. So you don't have, like this loose hair hanging or whatever. The lock is secure once you pretty much tie a knot in it. But with this method right here, it tangles it enough so that you don't lose dreads. I know this video is kind of weird because I've never seen anybody like do a selfie video for a tutorial. But it's the first time for everything. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Like I said, this is my first YouTube video. I would like for you to hit subscribe because I'm going to be coming at you guys back to back from now on. I am down in Dallas, Texas. You can find me on Facebook. My name is Hair Goals. Pretty good with braids, and I'm going to come to you with like braid tutorials, makeup, hair. I'm looking a little rough today, but I mean, we had to get this done. So this is what I was saying. When I pull the hair back up, I have what looks more like a dreadlock. So I'm going to just go ahead and tangle a little bit more so that, everything's just all in there, and I'm making sure nothing comes out. And I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more so that you guys see. So there it is right there. That's the dread. It's connected. When I give it a nice little tug like that, it's pretty much there. I went ahead and did the rest of our hair is finished, but I did really want this tutorial, so I went ahead and left these out. And I'll show you guys the rest of her hair because we pretty much started with a little afro, and now she's like a dread head all over again. Again, I'm repeating that same process. Like I said, I tie it in a knot. I'll actually go ahead and start it over. As far as the hair goes, you're going to interlock that. Now, there are plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how to interlock your hair. Basically, you want a tangle there. I've seen people twist, pull apart, twist, pull apart, just to get that tangle. But like I said, I like the interlock method where you take the braid and you, well, it's not a braid, it's an interlock. So you take it, you go under, you go over, from a 12 o'clock to a 6 o'clock, from a 9 o'clock to a 3 o'clock. You're just going to keep doing that and just go different directions each time you do it. So I'm going to get back to the same one. Now, I can connect it like this, where I have the top of my lock and I separate it. And then I have her hair and I separate that as well. And then I would lay that across and bring it down like that. This is another method. So what you have here is the 2 strands from each braid, and you're gonna just kind of like bring them down or whatever like that. But see, the thing about this is these are already dreads. So with this tool, it's pretty hard to kind of establish these when they're already established. So if you're making the dreadlocks, it'll definitely be easier to connect them that way. But since these are pre-established dreads and they are pretty tight, so it's kind of hard to get the needle in and out of them. Get the needle in and out of them. I'm just going to go ahead with the first method that I showed you guys. So I'm going to bring the 2 ends of each one together. I'm going to twist and twist and twist. This kind of reminds me of doing Senegalese twist, but not so dramatic. Anyway, go ahead and tie a knot. If you have issues with thinking it's not that secure, tie another knot. It's not really a big deal, because clients who get these are planning on having the dreadlocks. This is for people who want to skip that short phase. Like I want dreads, but you don't want to have the 1.5 or 2-inch hair or whatever, you know. See, because her hair is probably about 3 inches. She's not wanting to go through the whole phase over again. So we're just adding her old dreadlocks. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead. I put them together, tie the knot in it. I'm going to flip that up like that. And then I'm going to go ahead with this method, do the crochet. So I got the braid there. I'm going to go ahead and stick the needle inside. As I'm doing it, I'm going to be rolling it. I'm going to be rolling so that it comes in and out of the lock. And I'm wanting to get this as tight as possible because I'm wanting it to stick in there. I want it to stay. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. The videos I watch, some people said, you know, it was a really long process for them to learn. The ones who actually did this method. One young lady said that it took her about 30 minutes per dread when she initially learned. And I could definitely see where she's coming from. It is a very lengthy process, especially to go ahead and get that tangle in there like you want them and have the dreadlocks. And I mean, but it's definitely going to be worth it for you or your client or whoever it is who wants to have the dreadlock. This style is timeless. It'll never go out of style. It is like one of those styles that, you know, never gets old. So I would recommend this, especially for people who are like, oh, I'm gonna get dreads, but you don't have time to wait the process out. Like, this is the quicker way to go ahead and get it done. So again, I'm gonna go through there. I'm gonna stretch it on up some more. Go through that lock, her hair, that part, and I'm gonna be pulling the hair to the other side. Pulling it to the other side, pulling it to the other side. But as I'm pulling it to the other side, pay attention. I am twisting the needle. I am twisting my fingers. All of this works together to create this dreadlock. And I just want to show you guys. I don't want this tutorial to be an hour long. I would like to have done it differently, but I don't have a camera, so I'm just recording from a phone. That is something I will be investing in, but right now, I wanted you guys to see this. I wanted to give somebody some kind of insight because I could not find it for myself. There's this beautiful brown girl who does these, and she kind of really helped me out a lot, but nobody really told me what was going on when they were using this needle along with, I'm just like, okay. So when I got the needle and I tried it myself, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I couldn't figure it out. But then I watched a few more videos. A very handsome light guy, he told me, well, he didn't tell me. He had a video explaining what to do. And it made a lot of sense to me. So, like I said, if you do this method over time, it'll get easier for you. But this is a very secure method. I love it. I love the way that her hair looks. Now, what I did was, I went ahead and did this, the method, got it together. Give her those dreads, honey. We are serving dreads, honey. So, see, I gotta keep going, keep going, keep going. And, because I want it to be as secure as possible. Whether she wants to take it down or whatever, that'll be up to her in the future. But I want to make sure that she does not lose them. So, at this point, I'm not going to finish these two on camera. I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the method I use to, oh, let me just get this one too. And I'll show you guys the method I use to twist them, which is pretty simple. Most people use that method to twist hair. I mean, it's so simple. Like, it's just the regular twist. The regular twist out. The regular twisty. The regular twisting comb. Whatever it is that you want to use. So, like I said, this is a lengthy process, but it's definitely worth it. So I'm twisting with my hand. I'm twisting with my fingers. I'm twisting, twisting, twisting. Twisting, twisting, twisting. Because I'm pulling hair from one side of the dread to the other side of the dread. I'm pulling it in the middle. At some point when I twist this, I see that it makes a loop on this side. I may even go back in through that loop if I'm going slow. But if I'm going fast, I'm not going to go back in through that same loop. I'm just going to go ahead, pull it, twist it, pull it, twist it, pull it, twist it, pull it, twist it. I'm just trying to knot it up. I'm trying to knot it up. Also, the size of this needle is 1 millimeter, but I've seen the other videos that use a 1.5, 1.4, or 1.6. I didn't have experience with either of those needles, so I wouldn't know to tell you if they work better or not. But I just don't, I wouldn't suggest anything above like a 2. I think a 2.0, a 2 millimeter would be too big as well. So kind of stick around the 1 to like 1.6 or something like that. Okay. So it's taking me, I'm averaging now probably about 6 minutes on each lock. However, I'm doing them pretty quick because I'm trying to show you guys the end result. So what I'm gonna do, I got those two left. I'm not gonna do them right now because I'm gonna just get to the point so you guys can see it. So I just go ahead. I'm using some clear gel, well, some eco style, whatever it is. I'm using that because it's alcohol free and all that good stuff, and it's not so bad for your hair. Some people use lock and twist. People use different things. That's just what I prefer to use. I'm not gonna tell you what to use on your hair. If you got or get twist, then you know what to use already. So the only thing that makes it better is a nice palm roll. And your hair pretty much blends with it. Yeah, we got a little bit of gel right there. A palm roll. And you are in a house, girl. Look at that. Look at that. You got dreads, girl. I'm going to show you her whole head. And you guys might be surprised. Because I was pretty surprised myself. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I do that or not? Like, I was like, you know, I did that. So, I'm going to show you guys. Get used to me if you're going to subscribe to my page and watch my videos. Because, you know, I'm just me. I ain't trying to impress nobody or nothing like that. I'm just trying to show you. I'm trying to get you hooked up, girl, so you could be on fleek. Like my little cousin be saying. Okay, so I got a couple more left, y'all, and I'm going to finish those off camera. But what I want to do is show you basically the end results, what you got to look forward to. So I'm going to pull those two over there with that. And I'm going to take it down so y'all can see what we working with. I did her entire head already. I would mainly focus on the fact of the edges. I don't want nobody losing edges. So you're going to have to keep those parts with regular dreads. You keep those parts fairly a nice size so that you're not making stuff too small and breaking her off and all. Because that's not the point of this. I'm not trying to get anybody, you know, to have, you know, any breakage or anything like that. I'm just trying to get it, you know, get the dreads reattached and all that. So I'm going to take the camera now and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about.